Hello, you beautiful beings. It's Jen and Chris here from the LOM family. We're doing podcast number 4, if you can believe it. I can't, but here we are. And we're going to talk a little bit about this and that today. It's kind of all over the place, but we're just going to keep doing us. And Jen's got some really cool stuff that she's got in beta testing that I'm going to get her to talk about too. But let's say good morning to Jen.
Hello. So yeah, it's gonna be another day of random bullshit because that's just how we roll, you know. Perimenopause, undiagnosed ADHD across the board. It's
Full
what it is.
menopause.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sneaking into it, I'm fighting it.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So I already forget what we were going to talk about, so that's a good start. I think
Well, here.
wanted to talk a little bit about, and we keep bringing this up because it's important, and we got another example of why it's important just yesterday. So, Chris, let's talk about our safe communities.
Okay, so one of the reasons we have a safe community that this was so important, I was so happy to find LOM is in the in the cultivation community. There's a lot of negativity. If you don't do things the way that people figure you should do it, you get called dumb, you get called a jackass, you get called all sorts of neat names that have nothing to do with it, especially if you're a woman. I've noticed that the bro culture is strong and they will belittle women, even ones that know what they're talking about. Like, I've,
Ones that have been doing it way, way longer and know way more than them. Yes, yes.
yeah, and it's very frustrating, and I see it a lot. It's when you they may not know that that girl has been a cultivator for 10 years, but they'll get on there and say, you don't know shit, or sorry, excuse my language, YouTube, but that you don't know anything. And meanwhile, you're just trying to help somebody with their own tech. So that's one of the reasons Ladies of Mycology was so important, because it's kindness first. It's 100% kindness first. If you're a jerk, you're out. Like male, female, like in the
Yeah.
co-ed, we're going to kick you out. Like there's no need for calling people down. It's a ridiculous part of our community that's really quite embarrassing.
Mm,
Um, and
for
so what
sure.
happened yesterday? Well, I'm going to let Jen talk about that because I came in kind of in the middle of it. So
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh no, I'm not getting involved in that." The next message is, "Oh, I made a comment.
I couldn't help it.
Just couldn't help yourself."
I couldn't help
Right.
myself.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I'm trying to stay off Facebook and spend more time on school, but school is still new for everybody, and sometimes it's not super busy, and I get bored, and then I go back to Facebook, and I'm like, okay, wonder what's happening here, and I'm doom scrolling, and all, of course, my feed is mushroom stuff, and I blocked everything except for like mushrooms and trash pandas. So this post comes up. It's an account that I've seen popping up recently, um, showing somebody doing lab work and agar and stuff like that. And I think it's a woman that's doing it. I think it's a woman's account. So she may or may not be in LOM, I don't know. Um, but she was doing in the description, it was really good. It's like, okay, people are doing agar, but do you know what agar is? So she had some stuff in the description, but in the video, she was open air pouring. So she had her agar plates on the counter and was opening and pouring it from a jar right on the counter. So, of course, all of well, like Chris was saying, a lot of the bros showed up and was just like, you're doing it wrong. And
Yeah.
for
Well,
good reason, because, open air pouring agar is probably not recommended. But some of them were being hateful, which was uncalled for. Um, but then I popped up and I said, somebody had said something, I forget now, anyways. Um, And I was like, well, it might be okay for her to pour open air in her house, depending on a myriad of factors, right? So if you
Yeah.
live in a brand new house with central air and filters everywhere and it's always running and you don't have any doors or windows open ever and you don't have any pets and the place is clean from top to bottom every day, you might be able to get away with open pouring agar and not all of it going completely sideways. But not everybody lives in that sort of house and in that sort of environment. So some dude was like, "Oh, I have to disagree. I open pour and it works out fine." And in my brain, I'm like, "Well, okay, congratulations to you." But like, what if somebody lives in a drafty old farmhouse? I promise you that the results are going to be different. And the response I got from that, let me tell you. So um, I'm actually going to show you the response I got from that because Dude Bro decided he needed to send me a video as a response to me saying, well, not everybody lives in this type of house and they can't open pour because it's not going to work out for them. So we teach how to do it in a way that it's going to work for everybody. It doesn't matter where you live, what kind of house you're in. It's going to work as long as you follow these steps. So let me find that. Okay, let me rewind.
Fuck would anybody do that, lady? Are you okay? Like nobody's doing that. Is she doing that in this video? No. So shut the fuck up.
So yeah,
And unfortunately, that is the typical response we get at times.
yeah.
Just never, that's the first one I've heard vocally, but it's ridiculous.
They usually don't record videos. I was like, wow, way to show the world such a spectacular example of a human being you are, my guy. Like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Why would anybody do that? And I'm sorry. It usually takes a lot for me to become personal when I'm talking with people online. I try to bring it back to what people are talking about and I try to keep it like with the conversation and not get personal. But I was like, this guy telling you, I'm like, I'm sorry you're dealing with people smarter than you. Let me dumb it down. Not everybody lives in a pristine, brand new home with filters and central air. Like, there's a lot of people that are learning to grow so they can grow on their farm. So, literally, a drafty old farmhouse. It's like
Yeah.
everybody's environment is different and you have to account for that. So like when I got that video message, I was like, wow. Okay, so on the podcast, let's talk about toxic bro culture in the community. And this is exactly why Ladies of Mycology was started in the first place. And clearly it's not getting any better out there.
It is unfortunate, is all I can say. I'm so glad we have a space where we can be safe and we don't have to deal with that. I immediately put Facebook down. That was it. I'm done with Facebook.
Yeah.
You see all the people like that should be removed by Facebook. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it'll still be there if I looked it up.
Oh,
But,
for sure. For sure.
I also had one experience with Facebook where we went out snowmobiling, a girlfriend of mine with her boss and another coworker. Now, the other coworker, we weren't aware, was having an affair with the boss. Okay. So we go on this snowmobile trip and she ends up getting back. Like we get back. I got dropped off to ride my snowmobile a couple extra miles. I thought I'd take it for a little ride. It was a nice night. So by the time I got back, that woman had gotten home and she had posted a bunch of pictures of my friend saying that she had done some things while we were snowmobiling. There was no way my girlfriend had done anything with this gentleman while she was snowmobiling. So, and this was like all over Facebook. It wasn't just like there was at least a dozen posts. I contacted Facebook and told them that it was harassment, that this woman, and they said, no, it wasn't. And they left it on there. Like, so Facebook
How
do
dare you
better,
share a mushroom?
and then I'm sharing mushrooms, like, you
Uh,
know, but yeah, I get cut out for sharing a mushroom picture. So
yeah.
warnings and this and that. That's why we're over at school and we got lots of things going on. The community is safe always.
Mm.
Um, and now we're doing the co-ed group. So I think you should all check that out because that will not be a part of it. Respect and kindness is number one.
Yeah.
Correct?
And we have the co-ed group is open free right now for a short time while we sort out some back end stuff. So now's the time to get in there without having to pay the monthly subscription.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I feel bad. I still pop onto Facebook once in a while. I don't know why. It's like a default. It's something defective in me doing
It's
it.
been,
Um, but I see there's still a lot of women out there that are starting and new. And every time I see one ask a question, I'm like, and there's one group in particular, it's actually a really good group, but you're not allowed talking about actives in it. And people are doing that lately because the owners of the group haven't been as active. So the moderation has slipped a little bit. And
okay.
usually they're right on that. Anything that has to do with actives, they don't want to risk losing the group because there's over 100 and some odd thousand people in that one. Um, so it's gourmets only, but a lot of people are asking questions about actives. And I had already asked, I'm like, can I advertise in here that we have moved to another platform? And the group owner said no, because he doesn't, not that he doesn't want me to, because we've talked a lot over the years, but he just doesn't want to risk us in there promoting and then that end up being a ding on him somehow to like make a connection between the two, which I completely get. But also I'm seeing all these people asking these questions. I was like, you should come over here. We can help you with this stuff and you don't have to be so cryptic and whatnot. Um, and I don't know. I feel weird about like DMing people and be like, hey, I saw your post in this mushroom group and
I
I
do
mean,
that with,
it should be done sometimes because it would really help them, but yeah, I don't
so
like
what I do is I will put that I DM'd you. I that way
mm,
if it bothers the group, maybe they'll let me know. But yeah,
mm,
but generally, I think most of the groups kind of know us by now, kind of all
yeah.
over them. But
Well, that but there's a lot of every day there's new people coming in and they don't know, right? And they're only starting, so they haven't gotten the hostilities yet. That particular group is usually pretty good. If people start lipping off too badly, they'll put a
I
stop
think I
to
know
it.
which. Oh well, it's over a
Yeah,
hundred
yeah,
thousand people, so there's
yeah,
not a lot of groups that big. So shout out to you, group. But
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Um, but yeah,
oh,
I see it and I feel bad and I'm like, I so want to let these people know there's a place where you can ask all these questions and you don't have to worry about this, this toxic bro culture
this
slamming you
backlash.
down every time you ask a question because you've been doing it for 15 minutes. And that's when we say bro culture, if you are a guy in mycology and you help people and treat them with respect when you help them, we are not talking about you. And you know exactly the kind of guys we're talking about because I'm sure you have to deal with them too. That's why we created co-ed because most of you guys want to get away from them as well. So
Yeah, it's there's a lot
it's
of
a lot.
darkness in it, which is unfortunate, especially considering the reason we're involved in it's because of the medicine of it. You know,
Right?
it's supposed to loosen
Right.
up our egos, not give us a bigger one.
I keep going back to that when it first clicked to me that like ego death was a completely different kind of ego than I was thinking because some of these dudes, man, wow, the ego is next level. So I'm like,
And we're
I
also,
thought if you did
you,
this, yeah,
there are some women that get kind of caught up and get, it's, sometimes you just get caught in the Facebook bullshit. Like,
yeah,
so at least you know you won't be triggered over here. We won't be triggering you for nothing but smiles and laughter
Uh,
and, maybe some menopause jokes. Like, sorry guys, but that's what we're about. Like, it's all about building the community. And I think that's what I'm most proud of here is we've actually
yeah,
building a community up where everybody can be safe and not have to feel like a fool. Like everybody asks, like when women start posting, it's usually like, I hope this isn't a dumb question, or I hope this doesn't sound stupid, or any of that. Like
yeah,
the first thing we say is take that out of the equation because any question is a good question.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and we're happy to help. And we've got lots of members who are willing to help too with the same positive personalities. Like it's contagious. You don't want to see me go off.
Yeah, right.
You really
Like
don't.
the funny thing with me, because this community helped me too, because I'm not a bubbly person at all. And I'm sure some people will say that I'm helpful and I'm encouraging, and that is not my default. Like I learned that over time because I'm very like this. So it's brought out of me to
A
be
softer side
more
of Jen.
the softer side, yeah. Like I've always had a good heart and I've
Yeah,
always tried to help. So everything I do is coming from a good place, but my delivery wasn't always,
we won't go there. It's good
and
now, Jen. You're
it's
good.
often
Good.
misunderstood. So I have to put this fluffy exterior on it.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's something I learned. And even funny when I started roller derby, I was not a hugger. Like somebody tries to hug me and I'm like,
At one point
but
too.
yeah, but derby girls hug each other all the time. And I was like, ah,
Yeah.
and I had to get used to it. And now I'm like, oh, it's but it took some doing to get used
So
to because it's not something that I was accustomed to.
speaking about hugs, like before I moved to the farm, like I
Mhm.
didn't have they said I wasn't strong. Dan would say I wasn't strong enough to hold my own purse, right? Like, you know, and I was a non-hugger. Like I was a different person. The farm really did
Yeah,
change me. Mushrooms, all that changed me quite a
yeah,
bit. Um, but I had a girlfriend come visit me at the farm about 2 months, 2 years after. She hadn't been out here yet. And I finally convinced her. And we were like great friends when we lived in the city together. But, so she shows up and I immediately run over and give her a hug. And she like almost dropped because she'd been trying to hug me for like 10 years. And I'm like, no, don't do that.
they do
So
it. Ah, don't touch me.
the farm and the mushrooms have turned me into a hugger. And one of the girls at work she did the same thing to me recently. I'm like, do you need a hug? She's like, no. I'm like, oh well. Here we go. So she's one of our members. She'll know you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, she froze right up. And I'm like, I'm giving it anyways. She goes, I understand. Sometimes other people need a hug.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
one. So there we go. I also want to talk, sorry, about what you've been doing in the background, how you got some neat little stuff and apps coming up and stuff.
Sense. Yeah. I've been learning how to do things. Always learning how to do things, which is great fun with menopause brain fog. So I'll learn how to do it. I'm like, this is fantastic. And tomorrow I'll forget. But I, the next day I can learn it in half the time. So. So what I have been up to, I can show it on the screen for our ladies. Those of you watching on YouTube or some other spot or co-ed, you'll just see our banner probably. Oh, I might be able to edit it. Anyways, I'll share it and you can see and we'll figure out after how we're going to read. I'm going to explain it though. So even if you can't see it, you'll kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. So I made two little apps, sort of. I started them. Let me get this out of the way. The first one
I'm
I started here, This one is like a cultivation roadmap for beginners. So if you're just starting your mushroom journey, your mushroom growing journey, and you're not quite sure how to do things, like the classroom's set up pretty in order so that you can follow things along. But if you're the type of person that likes to keep track of what you're doing and it makes things a little bit easier, I made this little tracker thing. So it goes through and it tells you like what's your first step? Well, your very first step is going to choose which method you want to grow your mushrooms in so that you know where to go from there. So you can choose whether you want to grow kit or if you're going to do agar, what you're going to do. And then if you hold down on it, it'll say that, "Oh, I'm stuck." And then you scroll down to the bottom and it'll give you some options on what to do if you're stuck. And it's not functional yet. This is just kind of like a template. Um, and then if you just tap on the little thing here, it'll put a green check mark. So, okay, I've chosen my grow method. So the next step is gather all of your materials before you begin. So you go check the list of stuff that you're going to need for the method that you chose. And then once you do that, you just click, okay, I did that one. And then the next step is to prepare a clean, controlled workspace. So you check everything you need to do to get your workspace all ready to go. You click that you've done that. And as you do, there's a little progress bar up at the top that's going to fill out and show some cute things as we go along. And then there's checkpoints in it. This is what you should see. All of your materials from your list are accounted for and they're within reach. And if not, it'll tell you what to do to fix it, or if you're stuck again, it'll give you some little hints so you can just say, okay, it looks good. Oh, this looks good. And then we go to the next phase. And then same thing, it has these little check boxes that you can check off that you sterilized or pasteurized, whatever, that you have your syringe or agar or whatever that's ready to go to substrate, that you've got your containers labeled with their species and date, stuff like that. And you just go through each phase right down to colonization and harvest. And it shows you a little progress bar at the top, lets you know how far you are into doing it, and it just keeps track for you. And then you get to the end, first harvest is complete, and you can choose to grow another one or share results or anything like that. So yeah, and here's your progress bar. This gets fun because as we go along, it'll show our progress bar will be little hyphal knots, and then it'll turn into little mushrooms, and then it'll turn into bigger mushrooms. So that's the first one. So this one is just really a beginner roadmap. So I'm hoping that will be helpful to some of our newbies that are just learning for the first time. And I should show off the other one, you think?
So I'm super excited about the second one Jen's been working on here. It's the LOM Lab Organizer, and it's got it all in one place. But I'm going to let Jen explain it because she's the one designing it.
All right. So when we first start this lab organizer, it's not going to have much in it because we have to add in our own personal files, right? So right now I'm on spores, and if I click on add, it's going to give me all these different fields that I can use to add in a spore. So let's say I want to add in a spore print. I just got a new spore print from a giveaway. And what was the source? Okay, Ladies of Mycology giveaway. What was the species? Let's say reishi. Location, where do I have it stashed? So I'm going to say I put it in my spore binder for now. And health, I mean, it's going to be normal because it's brand new. And it's going to start off as an F0 generation. It actually keeps track of the generation as well. And then you can add notes, save it. And now I have my spore print saved in this file. So then let's say cultures. Okay, I'm going to take this spore print and I'm going to put it to agar. So I'm going to choose the type of container I'm going to put it in. It's defaulted to some stuff that I personally use, but you can just type and add in whatever you want. So if I just type some different kind of container, it'll say that there's no matches in the dropdown. But if I can just type whatever it is I'm going to use, and it will add it to the file when you save it. So I'm going to choose Petri dish, and then it's going to say inoculated from, and it's going to give me a list of my spores and other cultures to say that that's where it came from. So I'm going to choose my antler ratio that I just put in, and we're going to choose it again here. Location, I'm going to just say that it's in my holding tank, and its health is normal because we just started it, and it's going to keep the F generation going. Add some notes, save it.
It's awesome.
So once you add in your stuff, you save the file, and it's going to save as an Excel spreadsheet. And then as you add to your information, as you add to your spreadsheet, you're going to load it in here every time you start new. So let's start new again. And I'm going to add my personal file. So this one has all my actual genetics in it. So for those of you that can see the screen, it shows everything I had in my spreadsheet, and it shows all of my cultures, and it tells me which ones I actually inoculated it from. So you can see that this is a Petri dish. I inoculated it from this particular culture. This is what's in it. It's in the contam cabin, so obviously it went sideways, right? And I can search. What's that?
Sorry, I coughed.
Oh, okay. So you can search all the different places that you have things. So how many things do I have in the graveyard? Nothing. All locations. I can choose health. So right now I have one at risk, so it will show me.
That is
And
awesome.
so on and so on. So it will track through your spawn, through your substrate when you harvest, and you get some more spores from that new harvest, and then you put them back in your spores. It'll track where they came from. So you always have a running file of where all your stuff is.
Which is pretty amazing for me because, like, I have my non-diagnosed ADHD, right? I try and like keep track of things and files and this and that, and it's always like trying, but I've never actually been able to accomplish it. So most of the time when people ask me what I'm growing, it's like it might be, think it's an active, it's not a reishi,
Struggle
So
too.
I think it's super handy, and I think you're doing a good job on it, Jeff. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
Water,
hoping
cheers.
it works out because I need it too, right? Like I have the spreadsheet going, but my spreadsheet is a hot mess. Like without knowing how to auto-populate things with other things, and then I have to manually type them in, and then I have to remember what it was in the first place. It's like, this is too much. But here I just click a drop-down box and choose, I inoculated it from this guy. Oh,
Yeah, I love
okay,
it.
this is this guy's parent. I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, we've needed something like that. I know you had one in the works at one point, and this one's even better. So I'm super excited about it. Congratulations. Another win for LOM.
Yay! So this is something that's going to be in the works for a little bit because I think it still needs some things. Probably other people that do things a little bit different might be able to think of something it needs that I haven't thought of that maybe could be incorporated into it to make it a little bit more, I don't know, instinctual? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't think it is, but it might be. But yeah.
Well, we've got a good team for that. We definitely, set the team on it, and they'll be fixing it up. Little shout out to our mods. Appreciate you, ladies. Really.
Awesome.
One of the things that our mods have been doing is private messaging from our original group. there was 20,000 members. We've gotten down to 5,000. Or sorry, we've gotten rid of 5,000 of them. So it's right. We're down at about 14,000 now, or did we?
I have to go back in, but we were
Yeah.
just about to crack, so we'd be like 14,990 left.
Hey, 98. So there was a rumor that people thought we had kicked them out of the group. I want to just clarify that the group was taken away from us by Facebook, and they're the ones who kicked us all out, not us. I promise you. Come join us in school. We miss you.
Yes, we did not kick out and ban anybody.
Nobody.
I think we had
And
one band member when I looked. Like, so yeah, it hurt to see that people thought that we kicked them out and banned them when it was like, no. So we're trying to let people know, but it's a tedious process with Facebook.
Yeah. I can only send 3 messages out a day. So if they're not
Me
my
too.
friends.
I
So,
think I can do like 8.
you know, let's just say, I'm not here to bash Facebook or anything, but man, it's, it's ridiculous. It seems to be my word of the day. Ridiculous. Everything is just
Everything over there is ridiculous.
ridiculous. That's it. It's stressful. It's all the politics coming up. Like, that's what I love about school is we don't have all that crap.
No nonsense. Oh my
No
goodness. Oh,
nonsense. It's just
yeah.
mushrooms and community. So we're still building, but it's, the members seem to be enjoying it, and that's what's important.
Oh, it's fantastic. And it's
Yeah.
what I like about it, and it's hard because when you're on school, we have our communities, our mushroom communities, but then there's like gardening communities and herb communities and like all this really, really cool stuff. And after a while, you have this list of 20 communities that you're a member of, and you're like, it's good in that you have to actively go into the community to see what's going on. You can't just doom scroll and hope something pops up. You go into community and then you can see any new posts or new comments or whatever, and then you interact with real people. You don't have to scroll through 75 ads, 27 things from other people that you don't even know, and then one post from your friend, and then lather,
Yeah,
rinse, repeat. You go in and you see conversations from the people that you've been talking to this whole time, which is fantastic.
it is. So shout out for school. Um, yeah, I like it there a lot. I do.
Mm,
It's
me
a
too.
learning progress though. Like right now we're learning how to do podcasts. I'm learning how to edit, how to do transcripts, like stuff that I just never thought I'd be doing. And here we are. So it's yeah, it's kind of pushing me off the cliff too, make me do some stuff. So thanks,
It
ladies.
Well, that's the thing. When your brain is not full of all the nonsense that gets shoved into it from the regular socials all day,
Yeah.
like sifting through to find like the 3 posts from your friends, but then all the rest of this nonsense, you actually have the time to be like, okay, I'm going in and I'm talking to my people and I can learn something because my brain is not occupied with all the rest of this nonsense that either doesn't pertain to me, I can't do anything about, or really doesn't matter. So I find it handy in that way that it just frees up brain space and the things
Yeah.
that you're doing and learning are actually helpful,
Yeah.
right? Like they actually for your life and for your mental health, you're just like, oh well, this is cool. What's this, right?
Well, after yesterday, and I was being calm. I didn't say anything too aggressive or anything. I just said that I was a little bit disappointed in someone, and I got kind of dragged through too. I sort of
Oh,
ignored
wow,
it,
yeah,
but like I'm like at the end of it, I just said, I hope you have a great day. Because like I don't want anything to ruin anybody's day. Like enough is
yeah,
enough. It doesn't need to keep going.
yeah.
Um, but so once again, we're not supposed to be pushing anything, but I'm pushing school today because I'm pretty much done with
Yesterday was a
Facebook.
lot.
Yesterday was a lot, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to really deal with Facebook for a while. So yeah, it really really left a dirty taste in my mouth is all I can say. I'm really disappointed in somebody that I somewhat respected. I've seen
Yeah.
them doing good things in the community, and yeah, it's just like it's just too much. So that's why we got school, and I get to make videos on TikTok because that's kind of fun.
If you guys and girls are not following us on TikTok, I'd highly advise that you do because Chris is amazing at making these videos. Like
Yeah.
she puts the rest of us to shame. They are so cool. And they're just going to get better as we get more pictures and videos. We're working with a lack of media at the moment because did you lose your phone? Is that what happened? Or
Well,
with
yeah,
all
I
your
lost
pictures
my
that
phone
time?
with all my gourmets and stuff. But
Yeah.
here,
I
speaking
don't
of
take a lot of
flags,
pictures.
so I shared something on my personal account and had no issues, but I shared it on the LOM account and had an issue. So now we definitely need to get some gourmets out there because apparently the actives aren't going to work for us, which is a bummer because I was really excited about sharing some of them.
Some of the pictures, yeah.
Some of the pictures, and unfortunately my gourmet grows went out, like I don't even know where. So we're starting from scratch with gourmets so we can make some
Yeah.
content. So any of our members, send me some pictures and I'll make TikToks out of them. Please.
Yeah, for sure. Like
Come on,
I've
ladies. You
taken
know,
like 6 pictures of my gourmets. Like I'm not a picture taker, so yeah,
I wasn't
I can't
before.
help
I
it.
am now. I am
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Now we got everybody like
Yeah.
so one of the reasons most of our classrooms are filled with help on growing actives. We have a little bit of gourmet stuff and we want to have more gourmet stuff, but in order to do that, we don't want to take pictures from the internet and stuff like that. We want all of our classes and all of our photos to be of things that we've done, stuff that we've tried, like members have tried, the team has tried, and we know it works. We have the picture to show it works. We can show you pictures and videos of the steps all along the way.
Yeah.
From us, and because none of us have any pictures anymore, we have to start like I'm starting from agar, right? So I
We're,
have to go and put that into the grains, and then I
we
have
are
to wait,
starting from
and then
spore, honey. We are starting from spore.
yeah,
So,
exactly. So we will have the gourmet content up there, but we have to grow it so we can take the pictures and the videos for you. So I promise we're working on it. It's
yeah. Once we're
gonna
done
take a
this,
minute. Yeah.
okay, so we're doing some grow alongs too, if anyone's interested. Like there's the PF Tech grow along, there's the Cordyceps grow along. Um, but if you didn't make the grow along, that's okay because I just started my Cordyceps grow along and it's like 2 months behind. So, it's now in my closet behind me, getting its 3 to 5 days of dark. And I'm gonna run my pressure cooker today to do some more because of course I've got way too much LC for what I had. So we'll be showing lots of pictures of cordyceps and all that kind of fun stuff. And I've got babbled and brain fog. Love you guys. Jen, help.
Mine have tentacles now. I'm so excited. I
Yes.
posted a couple of pictures up. I'm gonna have to take the jars out of the tent because the tent has that like vegetative grow light, so it's got that pink hue to it. So I'm gonna have to take some out into the lab and take pictures because there's a couple of jars. Like they're like, you know, a centimeter long. They're so cute.
Hey, if you found that centimeter long cordyceps out in the wild, you would be shitting yourself. So get really
Yeah, yeah.
excited. Like that whole jar is going to be full. It's
Yeah.
it's amazing. And Squigs' recipe is easier than baking cookies. So come check it
I
out.
it floored me how easy that was because I've been kind of
Scared.
yeah, look,
Yep.
let's just call a spade, right? I've been
Yep.
scared to try um reishi and cordyceps because I thought they were going to be super complicated and really hard to grow. And this cordyceps grow it's easier than cubes.
Easy
Like
bake oven, man.
it's so
I know.
easy and nothing fancy to it at all. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to get some more jars going soon. And I want to try doing them in the trays. I want to see how
Oh,
we can adapt that to the trays.
I'm gonna make a little
So
noise
we will
here,
do
but
that.
I didn't find my trays that my girlfriend gave me. Sorry about this. But
For those that can't see, Chris is currently digging in her closet.
yeah, I did some this way.
Oh, oh, I want to do that too. So
Because I
she
thought
put her jars sideways so there's more surface area for them to grow on
I
instead
only
of just having the flat puck at the bottom of the jar. Ooh, I'll do
yeah,
that for my
so
next run.
I figured I'd give it a shot. I did throw some extra stuff in there. Oh, I just realized I'm wearing shorts. Sorry. Oops. Um,
You're okay.
now I'm embarrassed. Um,
Nobody saw it. There's a banner. It's good.
oh yeah,
I don't
banner.
even have pants on, so don't worry about it. I'm like, no bra and no pants. We're
Just for us ladies. At least they know we're real. We're not AI. Oh, and our classrooms aren't made by AI. We're making them. That's why they're taking so long from spore, you know.
and
Um,
it takes twice as long because I write the way that I talk, and I speak in English, but sometimes with French
yeah.
grammar and sentence structure. So then Squigs has to go behind me and be like, "What the hell, woman?" All of my nonsense so it makes sense to
Oh,
regular people.
can we talk a little bit about what Squigs did this weekend?
Yes,
So,
what you do?
Ladies Mycology on the West Coast, they're all kind of close to each other, not you know halfway across the country like Jen and I are. Jen's right across the other side, but so there's a few of them that get together and they go mushroom picking together, foraging, and this is it's so exciting that the campouts are still building those relationships. They went morel
Mm,
picking this spring, and kind of jealous I couldn't just port over there and hang out with everyone.
no, right?
So
I did a questionnaire the other day, and one of the things is if you had a superpower, which one would you want? And literally, teleportation, please.
yeah,
I want to go hang out too, and I'm all the way over here
yeah, port
around
just port over.
nobody, right?
Yeah, just port me over.
Oh,
Just poured us over. So, anyways, we're a little jealous you ladies got to do that, but I hope you had a fantastic time. And I heard you got lots of morels. So,
yeah.
we miss you and love you. I'm so glad you guys get to do that. Um, oh, I was just going to mention about my cordyceps. I put a couple, mine's really dark, first off, because I thought it was 90 minutes and it was only 60. I should have read.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I did mine for 90.
But also, I put some spirea and some other things that I had from before for other things. And I just noticed that I could throw them in there. And I thought, oh, Squigs would be proud if I used a little bit of this and a little bit of that, just to see if there's any difference. But
FAFO.
yeah, it's all about fuck around and find out. I did grow on dog food once, just so you know, the cordyceps. I don't suggest it because I've never smelled anything so bad come out of my pressure cooker in my life. The Cordies did okay, but Squigs' recipe did better. So don't bother.
Let's stick with that. Yeah.
It smelled just like that koji stuff I made.
Oh no.
That's another story.
Oh my
Another
goodness, you guys missed that one. She
Yeah.
had this jar of
I'll
something
go
that
get
she
it.
thought she made last
No.
year, and that was not the date on it, and she opened it up and whoo.
Yeah, you could just tell by my face. It was something fierce. It was awful. Yeah, it was awful. So that was the
Oh,
cordyceps thing. There was something else we wanted to talk about. Oh,
let me see.
I've
Well,
got
while you're
chicken.
thinking, I will show you this. The boyfriend just got home.
Oh, ah,
And I can't.
Is it a nightlight? What is that?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
solar. It's a solar light.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. Since we're showing off gifts, mushroom gifts,
Oh, the little Lego guy is so cute.
my little Lego for my granddaughter. Thank you, my little granddaughter. You know who you are.
It's a little Lego,
Yeah.
Lego on a keychain with the mushroom hat that Chris
Little
likes
mushroom
to
hat.
wear.
That I love to wear. I love hats for like 5 minutes because I can't handle things on my head too long.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Oh, you wanted to talk about your stack of roosters.
So, y'all know I got a farm, and having a farm with no chickens feels really weird to me. So yesterday I put out, on the Facebook, which is why I was on there to get onto Marketplace to look for chicks. I got a message, somebody saying, "Hey, I've got chicks for sale," and I'm like, "Okay, how much?" She goes, $15 a chick, and I'm like, "No, sorry, thank you for the information, nice, whatever." And about 3 minutes later, I get a message back. She goes, "I got some really bad information. Somebody told me they were $15 a chick. They're not. I'm going to charge $6 a chick." And I went, "Well, 6 ain't too bad a chick, okay? 6 isn't too bad." And there's some Orpingtons in there. There's some different breeds in there. It's sort of a barnyard mix. So I'm kind of excited about the mix. She sent me this list of them, and I'm like, okay, they're all good colored eggs, brown. I get there, and she hands me the box with these 15 chicks in there, and I'm all excited, like super excited. She goes, "I've got an injured one. If you want it, I'll give it to you for free." So I took the injured one, stuck it in my, that's where I put them, in my bra, pretty much. And I'm on my way. I get home. We set everything up. We do it all. And I take them all out of the box. And I'm pretty sure I've got a dozen roosters.
That don't know the significance of that.
Is I'm getting them for egg layers. Like, seriously. So I'm going to get probably 3 eggs a day. And have a lot of rooster in my pot. Sorry to my vegan friends, vegetarian friends, but yeah, they're going to be bone
You're
broth.
only supposed to have like one rooster to a flock of
Up
chickens
to 40
for the
birds.
most part.
Up to 40 birds. So there's no way I can leave these 13 roosters with 3 hens. Like, it's just
No,
so.
Jesus, no.
So if anybody needs a rooster, come see me. I've got a few. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they are predominantly roosters. And you know what? The worst part is it's the lady's first time selling to anyone.
Oh,
so
no.
It's better than me, you know?
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Hey, hon, you better maybe keep them a little longer to make sure you know what you're giving them."
Yeah.
That's an atrocious amount of roosters to 3 little baby hens.
Yeah, most people would flip out.
Oh, yeah, but I don't. You know me, I don't.
No, exactly. You're okay. You'd be like, okay, whatever.
I'll deal with it,
Yeah,
so.
it is what
But,
it is.
oh, and another thing is, one of them's got like some extra toes. So I'm going to be sharing that with our ladies of mycology later. Probably do a little video for TikTok about these toes because I've never seen anything like it. And we've been through hundreds of birds because we used to do meat birds and layers and all that. So, yeah, the one time I want to get some pretty birds, I guess I got them because the roosters are gorgeous.
True.
Might have to have pens for each one. Never going to happen. But anyways, so yeah, I've got this one. Its fingers are like, I think it has double fingers, like it's or toes. I don't know. Really wild. So that's what's going on in Christine's little world. We got chicks, just not the right kind. So I'll be ordering some burgers. Oh, I can't hear you.
Nope.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes. So did we make it? Has it been an hour? I can't hear you again.
It's our cue. The computers are acting up.
Yeah, the internet's going to shit. That's it.
See you next week.
We'll talk to you later. I'm going to stop recording.